For the last several years, I've seen coaches or personal development trainers trying to sell people on this idea that they can teach them how to get into what's called flow state. And if you spent any time in the self-help or personal development world, I'm sure you've heard of this concept. I'm just here to tell you that these people telling you they can teach you how to access flow state, or what athletes call the zone, are just straight up lying to you. They're talking about it like it's some cheat code, and they can sell you the button that you can push to access it on demand. Breathe like this, or listen to this playlist, or visualize this outcome like this, and boom, you're in flow. It's a total lie. The truth is, you can't summon flow state on demand. You have to earn it. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can do it. But first, let's talk a little bit more about flow state, or the zone, and what that actually is. You know the feeling when you're so locked in that time just disappears? You're focused, you're creative, things seem to flow effortlessly, and you're at your absolute best. Well, that's flow. Again, athletes call this being in the zone. If you're a sports fan, I'm sure you've seen one of your favorite athletes have a game where they couldn't miss. Every move they made was perfect, effortless, and the result or the outcome seemed inevitable. They were just unstoppable on that day, and that's what we're talking about here. That's flow state, or that's being in the zone. And look, it's real, but it's not magic. It's just biology. We know what's happening chemically in the brain. When you're in flow, your brain releases a cocktail. First, dopamine and norepinephrine for focus and drive. Then endorphins for creativity and ease. And finally, serotonin on the back end for that, man, that was awesome feeling that you get after a great performance. So flow is just a neurochemical spike designed to help you perform at your absolute best. Here's where the coaching industry gets it wrong, and in my opinion, where they flat out lie to you. A lot of these coaches are selling you on this idea that you can just summon flow or get in the zone on demand. They act like you can just say, hey, play flow state. I didn't say the word there because my little unit would have kicked on and played some crazy music, but you get what I mean, right? So I see so many of these coaches, these guys like Steven Kotler is the guy that I can think of who wrote a book about this and is selling courses teaching people how they can get into flow state at any time. It's like, really? If that was true, if you could really just access these things on demand, don't you think every athlete on the planet will be doing that before every single game? I've seen games where Steph Curry, for instance, will go out and hit like 12 three-pointers, be 12 of 15 from three-point range, something like 80%. And then the very next game, he'll go out and shoot 30%. So if it was so easy just to get into the zone, why isn't he doing that every night? Well, the answer is because he can't, because there's no way to directly access or summon flow or the zone. These coaches will tell you, oh, just follow this breathing pattern, or use this journaling prompt, or use my guided meditation or my positive affirmation list, and you can get into the zone on demand. Look, those things can help you focus for sure, but it's not going to get you into flow or into the zone. Again, there's no button that you can just push to get into this state. Flow or the zone is a result of something much deeper. You don't just trick your nervous system or instantaneously rewire your brain into greatness or into being able to access these states. Flow happens when your skill level and the level of the challenge you're facing meet at this edge, where it's not too easy so you don't get bored, and it's not too hard so you're not overwhelmed. That edge tension, that's the doorway to access these states. So flow doesn't come from trying to feel a certain way. It happens when you're doing something that really, really matters at the absolute limit of your ability. This is why athletes get into the zone for a big playoff game or a match against one of their rivals. It's why you see entrepreneurs who are working their ass off to build something meaningful, a company that they really care about. They'll occasionally find themselves in this flow state, or artists that are chasing mastery find themselves in the zone. It's not something that they can summon on demand. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that. It's only a consequence of commitment to something that you care about deeply. Throughout my entire football career, college and the NFL, I probably got in the zone maybe 10 times. And every time it happened, it was something that just happened. I just found myself in the zone. I never tried to get there. I never tried to talk myself into it. We didn't spend any time at practice or in meetings learning how to get into flow. It just showed up as a result of being prepared, locked in, fully invested, and willing to push to the absolute limit of our ability. It was almost a reward for the devotion, for the commitment, not a trick to just skip to the good part. So if you want more flow in your life, you've got to stop chasing the feeling. In fact, chasing the feeling will actually push flow further away. Instead, you got to focus on these things. Master your craft, raise your skill level, raise the stakes or the challenge, put yourself on that edge, and then stay there consistently. Flow comes to people who are doing something that matters to them deeply. And even then, it won't show up nearly as often as you'd like because, again, it's not a hack, it's not a trick. There's no way to summon it on command. It's the byproduct of thousands of hours of work combined with deep focus, combined with extreme levels of commitment. So if this video resonated with you, give me a like or a subscribe. I'm not here to try to sell you hype or shortcuts. I'm here to show you how to become the kind of person that flow visits often. Let's get to work. I'll see you on the next one.